Hey YuGiTube, today's video is a Blue Eyes deck profile. Obviously, I had spellcasters the other day and I did make a boo-boo at work today, but that doesn't really matter. Let's just get into the profile. Hopefully any questions that you have will be answered as to why I'm playing what I'm playing. I also just want to thank everyone for the continued support. It's been a very quick few days since I started the channel up, and I've already got really nice support. I've got nice comments, I've got nice likes, so I'm going in the right direction into building a nice community. Everyone seems nice and friendly. So first of all, we're going to start with Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. He is the boss monster of my deck. You can ritual summon him with Chaos form, and you also play advanced ritual art, but which I'll show you in just a few moments time. He can't be special summoned by other ways, but he cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. I'm afraid he has a lot more weaknesses than I thought these days though, unfortunately. If he is sent, he is not targeted. So just bear that in mind if you do play him. Sorry if the camera is a little wobbly, I am still using my hand. But he does inflict double piercing damage to defense position monsters. What can go wrong with him? He is fantastic. Obviously, you cannot run a Blue Eyes deck without triple Blue Eyes White Dragon. Anyone who actually has never played Blue Eyes cards in their deck would not be able to call it a Blue Eyes deck, obviously. So you run triple Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'm not sure if I was trying to make a funny out of that, but that really messed up really badly. I am still camera shy, as you can tell. Along with the Blue Eyes White Dragon, you actually want to play triple Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. He can be special summoned by revealing a Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand, and then you can only special summon Blue Eyes Alternative once per turn this way, and his effect will only go off once per turn also, so bear that in mind if you do special summon two of them. But then most of the time you want to make a rank 8 XZ's play with him, purely because his effect is kind of wacky. Especially if you activate an effect, you will probably most likely get solemn striked most of the time. So just use him for attack if you can. You use this for just basically extra Blue Eyes cards. Because it's always treated as a Blue Eyes card, you want to run 2 Dragon Spirit of White. Most of the time I have this in my graveyard for the special summon, and then you can just remove an opponent's a spell or trap card, actually by banishing. Okay, I'm trying to be as quick as and informative as I can with these cards, so bear with me please. But I do play Deep Eyes White Dragon. I don't see many YouTubers or any deck profiles with this card in it anymore. I'm not too sure why. I guess you want to play your Evenly Matches and your Ash Blossoms and your Ghost Ogres. That's not bad at all. I mean, that is probably the better option if you wish to use them. I mean, this is just the guideline for you to build your own Blue Eyes deck. And there are many Blue Eyes decks out there. But what separates mine from them is I'm more of an old school duelist. I prefer the old school way. But obviously Deep Eyes White Dragon being a newer card, it's just handy for the deck. When your Blue Eyes monster you control is destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect, and you have a dragon type monster in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, inflict 600 damage to your opponent for each dragon type monster with different names in your graveyard. Fantastic start. If this card is normal or special summon, target 1 dragon type monster in your graveyard, preferably most of the time a Blue Eyes White Dragon, or if it's a Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, you're in for a better time, because you gain that attack, and if this card is destroyed by a card effect, you destroy all monsters your opponent controls. My pro card of the deck. No one else thinks so, but we're not running their deck, you're running this deck instead. Next up, we play double Sage with Eyes of Blue. I also played double Maiden with Eyes of Blue, which I don't often see either. Both of them are level 1 tuners, except Maiden with Eyes of Blue has a better effect in my opinion. But then if you normal summon Whitestone of Ancients, you can use her effect to basically tribute it. Let's say you discard this, tribute by her effect the Whitestone of Ancients, you special summon 2 Blue Eyes by the end of the turn most of the time. That's basically how the combo works, and I'll show you basically in another video of how the deck works, how the engine works, and basically any deck replays you need to see to show you how good this deck really is, well, especially my deck. But there's other better decks out there, but this is more semi-competitive, leaning towards the more fun side of the Blue Eyes deck. Maiden with Eyes of Blue, if she's attacked or targeted at all, you can special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Okay, There's the cards I was talking about, the White Stone of Ancients. I run a triple, so once per turn during the end phase of this card is in the graveyard, because it was sent there this turn, you can special summon one Blue Eyes monster from your deck. You could pitch this card to the graveyard from the deck by using, what is that card? Dragon Shrine. Dragon Shrine's in my deck. I'll show you how the card works. Any combos, basically, you can combo off with this card more than anything. It's used as a tuner for your synchro summons. It's a very, very good card. I just play this card at 1, the White Stone of Legend. Obviously, this card, sending it to the graveyard at all, just it being in there, you will gain its effect, and you add a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. If you haven't already got them in your hand or the graveyard already, you can just use Return of the Dragon Lords, but a fantastic card. Also, another tuner for the deck. I play the one Gofu for your instant Decode Talker. Hopefully you do get this card first turn more than anything. You know, that's one of the best draws you can have. We also have triple Manju of the 10,000 hands. I don't know if it's wise to play at 3. Probably is wise, because it is a very, very good card. You normal summon it, you get its first effect. Okay, it will destroy, most likely in a battle phase, but you should be able to, you wouldn't get OTK'd most likely, especially if you've got cards face down. You know, if you summon the other one, you get one ritual monster, you get the other ritual spell, so you get a Chaos Form from your deck, and you get a Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon if you haven't already got one in your hand already. We also play one Maxi to round off the monsters. Moving on to spells, I play the triple Melody of Awakening Dragon. Bear with me here with the one hand. Discard one. Well, to be honest, I'm actually used to using one hand for most things. That's not funny, by the way. Discard one card, add up to 2 dragon monsters with 3,000 or more attack and 2,500 or less defense from the deck to your hand. You know, you discard a White Stone of Legend, you know, any throwaway cards. Discard a Blue Eyes White Dragon if you have to. Discard a Dragon Spirit of White. Fantastic card to put in the graveyard. Dragon's Spirit of White will just combo off with Return of the Dragon Lords. You special summon it, and then you can banish a spell trap card your opponent controls. You bring Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon from your deck to your hand with that card. There's the Dragon Shrine that I was discussing. Send one Dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then if it was the monster in the graveyard is a normal Dragon type, preferably usually a Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, you can send one more Dragon type monster. That's not a normal, that's just a different Dragon type monster. Best card in the deck, in my opinion, in most people's opinion in fact. Return of the Dragon Lords. This is your basically twice as good as Monster Reborn is, 300 times as good as Call of the Haunted will ever be. Target one level 7 or 8 Dragon type monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Its second effect though, if a Dragon type monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. Amazing, amazing card. They should actually semi-limit that one if they actually want to, because it is, I think it's overpowered, but there you go. Silver's Cry for normal Blue Eyes, bring that back from the graveyard. I run the one Soul Charge obviously because this is a limited card. You can target any monsters in your graveyard, special summon them, and you lose 1,000 life points for each. Worth it for your combo plays. Here's my ritual engine. So I play the double advanced ritual art. You can ritual summon any ritual monster, and you send normal monsters from your deck to graveyard. Fantastic if you've got Blue Eyes in there and Blue Eyes Chaos is in your hand first turn. Your opponents are screwed. I play double Chaos Form. You know, the other ritual card used to play Blue Eyes Chaos Max. I play triple Trade-In, I believe. Yes, I do. My deck is face down, so whatever I'm drawing right now from the deck is basically what I'm trying to show you. You play triple Trade-In, discard one level 8 monster, draw 2 cards, that's your draw power. One Raigeki, you know, if you wish. That's just how I play it. 2 Twin Twisters, you could narrow that down to 1, but even if your opponent negated it, I believe you do get to discard before that, because it's more of a quick play thing. Don't quote me on that. 1 Quaking Mirror False, that should round off the deck right there. Okay, now we're going to just jump into the extra deck. I'll be quite quick about this because these are all self-explanatory. Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. You can overlay into Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon, and you can also overlay into Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon. All all three fantastic cards. It depends on the play that you're making. All of this extra deck is for depending on how your game is being played. I will run Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. I hope I said that right. That will just negate spell cards. Fantastic. That's your beat stick, your 4000 beat stick, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. We have number 23, Lancelot. This is my favourite Xyz card of all time. It's just as powerful as any other card. 2 level 8s, you know, your 2 Blue Eyes monsters. This card can attack your opponent directly while it has material. When this card inflicts damage, you can actually target a face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy it. And during either player's turn, when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated, you can just negate the activation. Okay, you can't destroy it, but there's other cards that can destroy it should you need to. You've got your link plays. This is just for with Gofu, Decode Talker. So Proxy Dragon into Decode Talker for instant play. That will just open up the extra monster zones. This is my 1 fusion card, Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. That will just decimate your opponents in battle phase should you need it. Okay, so now we're going on to the synchro plays. There's a couple of things you could do, so I'll go through them in a moment. I would usually run 2 Azurized Silver Dragons. You know, just with Decode Talker and 2 of them, you know, you're pretty much good to go. But just the 1 will do for me in this deck. Okay, so here's like the small play that I make. So I have a Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, which I may run at 2 also. This is a 15 card extra deck, but I may run this at 2. But you usually just use its effect to tribute it for a level 7 dragon type synchro monster. So I say level 7, so you tribute it, and you can use any 3 of these. You can combo off with any of them depending on how you want to play it. You know, if an opponent's got a field spell, Ancient Fairy Dragon's your monster. This card, Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, will actually just target a special summon monster your opponent controls and return it to the hand. Probably the card I would choose more than anything. Michael, the Archlight Swan, you know, also for like field plays basically. The reason why I play these 3 is purely just to get Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Because you don't really have a level 8 play, you basically would just tribute off Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon and a Tuna monster, and then, well no, you tribute Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, and then go into one of these 3 depending on your plays. These are all 3 level 7 light dragons, synchros. Tribute one of these and a level 1 Tuna, should you have it on the field obviously. That will combo off with White Stone of Ancients fantastically, because it will be sent to the graveyard. You get a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and you get a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. And Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon is the best card, well, one of the best synchros I've ever seen it personally. You can change it up, you can go into any card you want. You could actually side deck Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend, for example. Any of the Archfiend cards I actually think work fantastically in this deck, but it's just all up to personal preference. This is just a guideline for you, but this is, you know, just one of the most amazing looking cards. I'm really actually glad that they brought this out. Cheaper, funny enough, but at least it's like a nice secret rare card. But anyway, thank you for watching. Leave a like, rating, subscribe, ding dong the notification bell. Hopefully you'll get those updates as to when I've actually posted a video, and hopefully my videos will continue to improve. My next video will be uploaded tomorrow of a Blue Eyes deck profile in action, or just the replays on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, and following that will be a cubic deck, which a couple of people have asked for. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. That was a thumbs up, by the way.